It's also a way for me to keep up with my wife's boyfriend. I know what he's doing. I feel good about
That's
things.
Right. You know about all those significant characters. Yeah.
Of course, I'm joking, and we're not trying to take this lightly. Serious business here. Let's talk to Teresa, who has been nice enough to call. Teresa, good afternoon. Welcome to the show.
Hello. Hi, Dr. Eli.
Hey, Teresa. Go ahead.
Hi, Dr. Eli. Yes, my husband and I have been married for 11 years. We've endured ups and downs, mostly more hardships, more so than none. Is there a point in a marriage where you have to say that, hey, we can't salvage what we have and we need to cut our losses, or is there a point where you can, there's no turning back?
That's a really tough question, but a good question. So I really applaud you for being brave to call in and say that. So yeah, how do you decide when is enough and what can be repaired and what can't? So marriage and family therapists can definitely help you with that. There's a period called discernment, where you go in and you see a marriage and family therapist. And discernment therapy or discernment counseling, therapist is going to meet with you and your spouse together to get a lay of the land, to see what those obstacles are, and then individually for a period of 3 to 5 sessions. And in that time, you're going to discern, do I want to stay in this relationship or not? Now, obviously, you talk about successful couples. A lot of times, if you've had a lot of things, Teresa, in the last 11 years, they can't probably be changed. So some couples really bang their heads against the wall trying to solve problems that are perpetual, that are unsolvable. So successful couples learn to develop tolerance and acceptance for what they can't change. So you'd have to think of those issues in your relationship with your husband, and you'd have to say, are those things that I can accept and tolerate, or are these things that keep happening? The other thing is, too, the old adage, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. It's this idea of, if you keep having these perpetual patterns and your spouse promises to correct that but doesn't, it's probably not a good sign. And certainly things like infidelity, substance abuse, some of these are perpetual problems that wreak havoc on the whole family system if they're not fixed. So I think the other thing that would be hopeful in your case is your husband open to working on it, or is he just kind of said, this is how it is and I don't really want to work on it?
I've noticed a change in him, but it's after a while. It's like some of the love has been lost through all the things that have occurred. So I'm just wondering if I can get those feelings back. Yeah,
well, this is these rituals of connection I'm talking about. A marriage and family therapist can, different than any other mental health profession, psychology, counseling, psychiatry, marriage and family therapists are going to come from a strength and health perspective. So they're going to tap in to what you and your husband had, even if it's been dormant for a long time, and try to rekindle that and try to set you forward, move into the future. Doesn't mean we won't go back into the past, but marriage and family therapists generally only go into the past if that past is affecting them in the here and now. So I think it would be, if he's on board, I think it would be a good idea for you to, consult, again, a licensed marriage and family therapist, an LMFT. Thank you for your call, Teresa.
Teresa, really appreciate it. And I feel for Teresa, because when you have that kind of struggle, that kind of conflict with your marriage with someone you love, that affects your entire life. I mean, you become consumed with it. So we do encourage you, Teresa, a licensed marriage and family therapist, someone like Dr. Eli. If you'd like to talk to Dr. Eli about any marriage, family issue, 571-5263. More with Dr. Eli coming up right here, our Thursday edition of Wave 3 Listens.
I'm Shannon Kogan.